Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles in the bustling city of Dragonstone, where in the previous episode we started building this. It's gonna be quite the tower. At the moment it's a little bit of an eyesore. I've got to imagine that the house prices have dropped around here, what with the massive solid stone tower being built next to it, you know, all the construction noise and people coming and going and the loss of view. That'll be the major thing. I mean, you can't see anything over there anymore. But yeah, this is the tower. I've decided to call it the Tower of Babel because its entire purpose is to reach ridiculously high up and get to a point where you can survey the entire kingdom from the top of it. But more importantly, you can fire arrows at any part of the kingdom from on top of it. So there's the plan. We have 1 million people free. We got a decent amount of stone coming in. We can sort that. It's been pointed out that I've had these switched off for like ever. And we definitely have the people to man as many quarries as we can manage. In fact, I think, like, just after we put quarries and all the stuff in here so that we didn't have to have any outside the walls, I may now put some back outside the walls again so that we have enough stone coming in. But anyway, let's get our people busy building some more castle blocks. I'm going to go 5 at a time. I'm actually just going to do all 4 of these at once. Oh, and it's gone. Why is it gone? Oh, we ran out of stone. Also, the Vikings are invading. They know what's coming. They know that soon they'll never have a chance again. Well, that's interesting. They're sending in Vikings before they're sending in ogres this time. Bit of a change. Perhaps there's been some sort of update recently. Right. Armies. We need... Are we hiring people right now? We're not. We've got 4 and we've just stopped there. Why did I stop there? There we go, 12 new people so we can get a square. Won't, of course, get them all in time, but we can start. Oh, we have some heroes. They're just hiding? I think. No, they're... Oh, I spotted them. They're over here. They've moved, I guess, to the nearest road, probably. Get to the front gates. Be ready to do some defending. They are approaching. We should probably get these towers active. Luckily, well... Not necessarily luckily, really. I mean, I actively work towards getting more people, but now we're in a position where we can just order the towers manned, and there will be people available to man them, because we built enough housing for 100 new people last episode, and none of them needed to work all the farms, because we already had people working the farms. So that full 100 was able to get to work on other things, though, of course, there are the household people... Heads of household, that's the one, that have to manage the new houses that are built, but that's like a fraction of them. Okay, they're nicely walking through my hail of arrows here. Let us get some soldiers ready to hold the line. They've just stopped. Are they actually attacking? They seem to just be standing there. They're facing off. They're having the meeting before the battle, except then they're not having the battle because they're all getting shot. Okay, the fighting has started now. We'll bring in this guy as well. He can be of some use, I imagine. None of us has turned up to be trained yet, but we're currently holding the line and we're stopping them firebombing anywhere. We are losing people. Oh, I did hear one new person. Every little helps. Okay, now we're going down. Now the weight of them is a bit much. Are there any ogres? I don't see any. Were there some before? Did I miss them? Did they just not send any? Is this one of those double attack things? Is there going to be another attack later that's half ogres, half Vikings? Okay, they have completely destroyed the army and are now moving in. And they're firebombing everything. Okay, we need to have our armies a little bit more prepared next time. I didn't notice that I wasn't training them. Oops. Yeah, this is a little bit painful. Did I just see... I could have sworn I just saw like a food item just go flying across the screen. Maybe I've gone mad. Where is he going? There's not a gap here anymore, is there? No, there's not. Why are you going around this way? What's your plan? How are things at the gates? Oh, there's one guy trying to get away. I hope we can kill him before he does. Yep. Just this guy left. Don't know what his intention was there. I guess maybe he wanted to try this gate because other people were trying other gates. And it was a bit weird. We put out all the fires. Awesome. Nothing was lost. I have just remembered that last episode, didn't we not? Yep, there it is. One of the archer towers burned down for no apparent reason. But it's sorted. Oh, we are out of people. I guess everyone ended up working... Well, the few people we had left spare got killed by Vikings. I think that's how it went. Let's leave a fair number of the towers active. But enough left that we can still get on with other things. So, tower construction's going okay over here. Let us continue. Or finish filling in the bit we were filling in. Leave them to that, though they're nearly done with these now. Yeah, this tower's going to be lagging behind. Terrible. Don't have enough stone. We need to make some more quarries, I think. Oh, these ones are struggling to be emptied. Actually, no, there is a stone quarry there. Oh, a stone stockpile there, but I guess the stockpile workers are busy with other things, considering that they're not currently doing anything with stone. It is being worked on. Oh, but these ones back here, they're not working. Okay, we need a stone-specific stockpile. I will make one. Industry, small stockpile. That wasn't a small stockpile. Here, can I put it like over this way just to get them moving in this direction? I'm just going to put it here. And that'll work alright. Let us speed up. Why are we... I forgot to bring us up to triple speed for all the construction work. We'll let this get done and immediately set it so that it can only have stone. Otherwise, everything in the world and its dog will be loaded in. Oh, I guess we have a dragon attack on its way? Or the rest of the Vikings? Something like that. This is almost finished. 3 more stone. Now it's just a bit of time spent working. Yeah, it's a dragon. Right. There we go. Where is the dragon attack? It's over here, going straight through the bit we have most covered. Oh, he's going down. He's got to be. There he goes. Oh, not on the statue. It held. That's the point. Do we have any more? It doesn't look like we have any more yet. Any more buildings at all? It didn't seem like there'd been an update, but then the change in the Vikings makes me suspect that something happened. But no, there's no new buildings yet. There will be 2 more statues. That is what I've been led to believe. How's the training going? It looks like... yeah, we're done, and we have 10 ready. Get 6 more. Keep up the supply of armaments. We've definitely improved it from last episode. Charcoal is not doing good. We need to fix that. Where to build more charcoal manufacturing? What I'm thinking is actually just filling this section here with piers, making it a bit more of an industry area. Surrounding the wood cutting place. How well are these supplied with wood? Because we have plenty, but it's not here. Is it over here? Oh yeah, there's a lot of wood stored in this particular one. We have a stockpile over here, but oh, it is for everything. There is plenty of wood there, what with us having wood cutting happening here. Actually, are these? They're unable to unload anymore. Even this guy over here. It's not getting as far as these stockpiles here. Well, the one stockpile as it is, there's only one that actually accepts wood. I think we need more wood cutting efforts in this particular area. What I'm going to do is try and make things a bit more clever. So I'm going to demolish this, and I'm going to try and build a wood cutter here. I think it will allow me to. Forester. Too close to an existing forester. Okay, I do need to move that one. I'm going to temporarily demolish that one there. And then... can we build one this far away? Is it is in range of trees there. Still too close to an existing forester? Why? Oh, there's another one over there, isn't there? Okay, we'll leave that. We'll put one here. And then how... let me see. They just have to not have the range of one overlap the actual building of the other. That is the rule. So, one here would work, but one here would probably be better. Yep, I'm going to build... just have it facing that way. And then I don't think we can build another one. Oh, we can... let me just check. We can totally fit one right there. Awesome. I will chop that. We'll build another one there. None of these 2 will touch each other, and now we'll have 3 times the wood production in this particular area, which is where it's needed, because I'm going to build a bunch of charcoal stuff right here. That is the plan. Somebody chop that down. Forester. Come on, speed up. We're going at triple speed already. How long does it take to chop down a tree? Just because you haven't got any fancy equipment, you just have to use an axe. Not an excuse. There we go. Right, and then... gonna start... actually, we'll not demolish these yet. We'll start building the piers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got plenty of stone. It's been building up nicely. These towers are finished. Currently there's nobody free. Actually, we've got one more person than we have beds. How has that happened? Did a house burn down? No, 410 is what we were supposed to have. Did too many people arrive? That must be it, because the last thing that happened was people arriving. After it was losing people, did more people arrive than were supposed to? That must be... That's weird. Right, anyway. Yeah, that's underway. Oh, now we have people free again. I don't know what they... I don't know where those 12 people came from. What were they doing before? Oh, they're, I guess, building these? It doesn't take 12 people to build those. I don't know what's going on there. But I'm going to set off the construction of some more of this tower. It's 10 blocks high so far. Castle block. 5. 5 there. And 5 on the rest. And we'll leave it there for now, see how they progress. Takes 28 people to work on that non-stop. But we have that sort of... Well, we have those sort of numbers, or we would if these were not taking up another 20 people. And they're all being finished at once. I think 3 of them are done. One more. There we go. And now there should be 9 people. I could have sworn the 4 came when this happened, and then this happened, and I don't know. Maybe they're being weird. The numbers seem like they're acting a little bit strange. Industry, charcoal maker, and I'm just going to spam them down. So I'm all facing the same way to look nice. And that should be enough. Because we did deconstruct on, which obviously didn't help the situation, but now we've doubled it from there, and then the houses should have enough coming in. Iron looks like it's struggling, maybe? I think it's not really going anywhere. We'd like it to be going up if possible. There is room to build an iron mine right here. Oh, actually, the iron production is halting. It is in one place. So, might be another job for a stockpile. What we can do with that is industry, iron mine, there. And then, it's going to look slightly weird, and maybe the workers won't be happy about the positioning, but I'll build another stockpile there and make that iron specific. It seems like that's the best way to do it. I think there's sort of limited ranges on the stockpiles that messes up how they work a little bit. So maybe this is out of this range, and so it just can't function. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think maybe this is counting towards our iron supply? I'm not really sure. Or whether it's just counting these and stuff in stockpiles. I mean, those are keeping emptied. Well, that one isn't so well. But when we have the stockpile ready, it will be good. And already they're nearly finishing on the next step of that. People occasionally coming free, but moving to other projects. We've put a lot of people into charcoal production. Yeah, iron's not doing so great, but hopefully in a second it'll be greatly improved. Okay, shut down everything apart from iron. And then the 2 workers here will be able to spend all their time just going between these 2 buildings and very rapidly loading it from one place to another. Where are they? Where are those? The markers. Here we go. They come from miles away. What are they doing over there? Are they bringing iron? They are. It's a bit strange. Well, hopefully they'll focus on the place right next to it. Passing underneath the giant tower. And there we go. Just start running from one to the other, rapidly emptying it out, and you can very quickly get operational. And that's all good. And hopefully that can be delivered to where it needs to go. Maybe that's not a good place for the blacksmiths. I mean, all our iron mining is right here, so having them out here where I was originally thinking of putting them is probably better. Once we expand the wall out, that's what we'll do. Or once we've got the tower ready, because that will have a similar effect of making sure we won't have to worry about Vikings in that particular area anymore. Right, I think we have too many people on towers right now, because we want to have 28 people spare when work on the main tower finishes, to show that it is being fully worked. So these ones in the middle don't really need them. I only have them active because of dragons. Are any of these like ballistas active? We're suddenly losing people. I think it's just because I am giving them permanent jobs of more quarries, more foresters, and so on and so forth. In fact, I think I'm going to shut down some of these ones over here because I don't think they're achieving anything anymore. Like originally they were doing an excellent job of providing for the the building projects, but I don't think they are achieving anything anymore. We'll leave one running in case it's needed, and then all of it can be focused over there. Here comes the dragon attack. Should be dealt with fairly easily, I think. We'll continue with this. We definitely have enough stone coming in, so that is good. Probably need to build more piers. Clearly we have too much stone. If we're not getting to 0 all the time. Are there any more places I can shut down? The blacksmiths probably don't need to be running at full pelt much longer. They are definitely replenishing armaments. Whereas tools are staying relatively steady. Do we have... We have 15 ready. Why? I click on it. I definitely clicked on it enough times. And the number of how many is like one less than it actually is because one of them is waiting and then the rest are the extra ones. So I clicked on it 6 times and then the bar was there and it said +5 and then only 5 turned up. I don't know what's going on. Stupid thing. How's the dragon doing? Where is he? There we go. He's sorted. Is it going to shoot me across to the keep all of a sudden? It's not doing it yet. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why it does that. I don't know what the point is, and then it disappears. I like how he just lands on the water like it's a solid object, sits there for a while, and then suddenly sinks. We got all sorts of interesting inferences about the impossible biology of the dragon, based on complete misinterpretations of why it acts the way it does when it dies. Right, I'm going to continue. We've only got 4 people spare. Let's just get the work being done. I want to fill this in. I'd like this to just be a solid thing across. It'll ruin the sort of bridge leading to towers thing, but we have that in other places on the outside of the kingdom where it makes the most sense. I should have put the archer towers on top of there. I don't know why I never actually did that. In fact, it really makes sense to do that. Why is the one there? I'm gonna change it. I don't know why I never changed this. There. And then there. That looks so much nicer. And then I'll switch them off because I don't want to use the people for it. But, you know, it needs to look nice in the first place. Got to intimidate the Vikings and stuff. I'm going to cut down on how many of these I have active. There we go. Space them out a little bit more. I've got no defense along here at the moment, but it's fine. By the way, never actually looked at these sort of the ultimate fruits of my labor over here. Look at this lovely thing. The windmill's operational. The granaries behind them. Also nice farmland. There's a little bit of house in the corner to slightly ruin the picture, but I think you know, they're nice houses. There are lots of little bits of roofs sticking up and chimneys all over the place. Why is everyone only using the front chimney and not the rear one? What's this about? You know, we put a lot of stone into building those, just wasting them, only cooking your meals in the front of the house. Speaking of, I should make bakeries. I've not done that yet. I sort of just forgot about them because I couldn't work out if they were actually worth it. But I should probably actually test it. Speaking of things I need to be building, I need to have some wells here. Because currently I have the one. And its coverage is absolutely terrible. We need another one here. Oh, there's a nice little spot there to build one. That coverage gets not all the way across. So we also want some... I think that looks like a good place for it. One there and then somewhere over here. We have this one here. It only gets coverage up to about here, so I think I'm going to put one in the middle. This one I'll just sort of plonk down in a spot that's available. So we've got a well here that covers these pretty well. The well covers it well. And there's one here. Yep, everything's covered there. Maybe the back of these isn't covered particularly amazingly. So we could put one around here, but we would actually need... I mean, the thing is, water seems to serve as a source of, like... the sea seems to serve as a source of water for putting out fires, but I don't know whether it is more or less effective than wells. Logically, it would perhaps be more effective, but in terms of game programming, I'm more inclined to think that wells are more effective, and that even when there's water literally here, it makes sense to have a well here. I have no idea if that actually makes sense, though. Still not doing so great with charcoal. Do we need even more production than we have? Are these all running? They are all being fed. So, I don't see... Do we really need that much more? Were we already that short? We do have all the blacksmiths running fully. Oh wow, is that Is this being counted towards our actual stuff? I don't know if it is. Because a 3x3x3, that is 27. So right there is... Those ones aren't quite full. So in terms of armaments, we have something in the region of 80? That would mean we only have 30 stored anywhere else. That's another 10 to 20. Actually, no, I think that, yeah. This is counting towards our stored number. So these just inactive now. They're not saying they are, but they look like they're completely full. Oh yeah, they're struggling to keep supplied with charcoal themselves. But yeah, I think we have enough materials now, so what I'm going to do is shut these down. That'll give us a load of free people. We'll continue production of tools, because we need to replenish the ones we're using up. In fact, I forgot. There was... Oh, it must not be in this update. Yeah, I think there's an update being worked on right now. And as part of that update, when you mouse over the tools thing, it shows you how many are being used up and by what. And you can shut down supplying tools to certain industries, which is fantastic. Because it means that you can actually use tools for, like, construction projects. Whereas previously, the only way to have any spare tools to use for rock removal and things is if you're managing to supply enough to keep all your industry happy. And that can be a massive task. Now you can actually switch it off so that you can free up some tools for other things if it's not so urgent to have them in the buildings themselves. Let's see what the range of this tower is so far. Getting pretty good. We've got full coverage of the citadel and much more. It's starting to overlap the outer edges, but it's going to be quite a way yet before we can get the entire region, the entire kingdom. I think currently this is 20 tall. I believe 40 is the sort of area you need to get to, and I think 45 is the more favourable one to make sure you definitely have full coverage. So let us continue that as our last thing for today. Did I get that right? Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are all level, it looks like. That'll be good. That'll keep 27 of our people spare. We still have 12 left now that we've freed them up from working in those places. We should probably put a stockpile in so they can unload properly. But then the amount of storage that they have just in them is enough for a decent buffer of the materials. So maybe it doesn't actually matter that much. It'll get to where it needs to go. One way or another. I don't know who delivers it. I don't know if it's the blacksmiths or the people who need the tools. I mean, imagine they don't need them often, so that's probably okay. But yeah, next episode, we will continue with this. We'll see how far we can get it. I mean, we've made a lot of progress this episode. It's quite possible but that by the end of next episode, it'll be ready, and we can start putting the towers on top of it, at which point it's going to become very difficult for the Vikings to do anything to us. In fact, they've nearly finished this bit already. They're working so fast. This is amazing. Yep, they're all getting freed up again. I will leave it there, because otherwise I'll just endlessly keep adding more sections to the tower for this episode. And, well, until it's ready. Oh, there's an attack coming. You know what? We're going to deal with that next episode. So with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.